Well, let's add a couple of more improvements before we start integrating other Symfony components. First of all, why don't we reorganize our files so that our pages are inside of their own folder? That'll make it easier to browse what's going on when we look at the code. Also, let's take our pages and instead of making them PHP files, let's make them template files instead. So instead of requiring that the user really know PHP in order to work with these files, let's make it a template that's just HTML that uses simple PHP statements to inject particular variables in the content. If you've worked with Drupal for any length of time, you're familiar with the idea of templates and the best practices around them, which is basically to remove any logic or knowledge about particular resources outside of the variables that you'll use for the content inside of the output. So our first step will be reorganizing our pages. Let's jump back to the resource pack directory, and I've added instructions inside of this instructions.txt file, step 14, reorganizing page files. If you open this, you'll see the instructions. So we're going to create a folder called source pages, src pages. We'll move by to there, and then we'll move hello to there. Again, that used to be index.php. Okay, so we'll go back to our examples folder. Let's create a new folder called src, and a new folder inside of that called pages. I'll jump back up to our base directory for our Symfony examples. Let's expand this source folder, and we'll take by and hello and put them inside of that folder. So now you've probably realized that the next step would then be adjusting the location of our pages inside of our front controller. So let's do that. We'll go to the resource pack directory, and let's open up our 15th step, which is called front.php, reorganizing to put pages into source pages folder. Let's copy all the code and paste it over the code that's currently in our front.php file and save it. Let's do a quick comparison between the two versions of this file. So we have front.php, step 15, and step 11, and let's compare these. So the only two lines that have changed, and purple means changed in this program, is that instead of the directory being in directory/hello.php, it's in source pages hello, and same with by.php. Let's test this out to make sure that it's working. I'm going to our Symfony/hello, I'll refresh, and it looks good to go.